those hidden fees. Like, total price of the move comes out to $2,700. Why are you charging me for each individual step you go up? They stopped up my toilet. They broke my TV, bro. I don't feel glad that I can have this, baby. Nobody else you. Nobody else made it through. Nobody else had a clue what I could do, what I could do. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about a huge mistake that I made moving to Atlanta. And that huge mistake is the moving company that I used to move to Atlanta. I had a terrible, awful experience, cost me thousands of dollars, and I basically got played. So I thought I would share with you guys all the tea on what happened. So hopefully if you're moving, I know a lot of people like to move in the summer. It is technically the end of the summer, but still you know what to look out for, especially as a woman. And also we're going to do this while I do my makeup because I'm about to get ready to go absolutely nowhere, but what's new? So before we get started, make sure if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, put your notifications on so you don't miss any of my uploads. Make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram for daily content, and check out my hair care line. I know we will be restocked soon. I know I keep saying that, but I really mean it this time. As soon as I know stuff, I tell you guys. I try to keep you guys updated, so hopefully you appreciate that. And we're going to get the ball rolling very soon. All right, now let's get into it. Okay, so you guys know I just moved from New Orleans to Atlanta, I want to say about a month ago. I just posted my vlog last week if you want to check that out. So I know a lot of you guys didn't even know I was living in New Orleans, which I thought was kind of crazy, but I think it's because a lot of people were saying I did not have a New Orleans accent, and that's because I was not actually raised in New Orleans. I only lived there for 2 years. I was actually raised in a small town in Louisiana. That was kind of country, so that's why I don't have a New Orleans accent. But anyway, so I decided to move to Atlanta, I want to say about February of this year. I knew I wanted to move. That was one of my New Year's resolutions. I knew I wanted to move to a different state, but I decided on Atlanta in like February. So when you move, of course, there are two options. You can either have a moving company, which will pack up your stuff, drive it to your new place and deliver it, or you can do a U-Haul where you pack up everything, put it in the truck, and then you will drive it to your place. So I decided to go with the moving company because, I mean, I have a dad and I have brothers, but they were like, I didn't want to bother them, I guess, and that's my fault. I'm someone that it's difficult for me to ask for help, so I was like, let me just pay these people to do it. I didn't want them to have to drive long distance because they live in Louisiana. I didn't want them to have to do that. My dad would have to take off of work and all that good stuff. So I decided to go with the moving company. And so I had checked out about 2 of them. Basically, I went to their website, put in my email information so they could, like, you know, get back to me with just more like, get back to me with like more information and stuff. So I reached out to like 3 or 4. Only one that got back to me was the one that I ended up using. And so I spoke on the phone with the person for like, I want to say a good 30 minutes, basically just explaining the services they offer and the pricing and all that type of stuff. So I had decided to sell all my furniture because I wanted to start over in my new place in regards to decor. The only thing that I kept was a TV and one of my nightstands that I really liked. Well, more like an end table. Other than that, all my furniture was gone. And if you guys didn't know, I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment, so that means that there wasn't really a lot in terms of like most people's moves. There wasn't really a lot for them to move. I think in total I had what, like 25 boxes plus the TV and plus the nightstand. You would expect it not to cost that much, right? Especially because I was the one that packed my own stuff. Even though they could have packed my apartment, I decided to pack my stuff because I wanted control over like what my things, where my things were, how they were packed. Some stuff was more expensive than others, so you know, just for my own peace of mind. Despite that, they gave me an original estimate of $2,700, and they said it was because a lot of people move around the summer, so it was just peak season, which I get because even when I was apartment shopping, like the rent is a lot higher in the summer than it would be in the winter because most people move in the summer. So of course I got that. I understood that, no problem. I was like, $2,700 for you to pack and move 20 boxes about 500 miles. I was like, that's kind of a little bit ridiculous. And they said, well, what's your availability? And I was like, really? I want to move at the end of June. So if you have something around there, even the beginning of July is fine. Basically, I had signed my lease for this place now, my new place, to start on June 15th. Because I just really wanted to lock in the apartment. But I actually wasn't planning on moving till the end of the month of June. So I was like, you know, anytime the end of June, early July, that would be great. Because I really didn't want to spend a whole month with paying rent for this new place and I wasn't even there, right? And so they said, okay, well, we can do June 28th, which was, I want to say, that was a Wednesday. June 28th, which was a Wednesday. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And they said, okay, perfect. And he said, and I quote, because you have good availability, we're going to give you a discount. And because you don't have a lot of stuff to move, we'll give you a $500 discount. So it will come out to $2,200 will be your estimate. And so I'm like, okay, that's still kind of high, but it's like a little bit over $2,000. I was expecting it to be expensive. This is a little bit over what I was thinking, but it's not that bad. So I was like, okay. So, you know, I got the paperwork together, signed the paperwork, blase, blase, blase. I want to say that this all went down like the week before they came to pick up my stuff. Yeah, I think it was like the week before. And so if you watch my vlog, you know that I packed my stuff and got all my stuff ready. And I was like, you know what? It's whatever. So they told me the day before, like 24 hours before you're scheduled to have your stuff picked up, they will call you and set up a specific time. And so one thing I didn't realize, which I probably should have from the beginning, that this moving company used second party like carrier. So it wasn't like the people that came and picked up your stuff belonged to that moving company. They would outsource the moving. So like they would take the moves and then they would tell a second party company, hey, this person wants to move this day, come pick up their stuff. So it was a second party. It wasn't something that was directly with their company, which I didn't really figure that out till probably too late. But yeah, that's kind of how that went. And the reason why that's a problem is I will talk about in a second, because it definitely became a problem. The 27th comes, right? And I had told this apartment, because they wanted a specific date that I was coming, I told them that I was going to come on the 29th. So people pick up my stuff on the 28th, 29th, I head to Atlanta. The reason why I wanted to leave the day after instead of the same day they picked up my stuff is because from New Orleans to Atlanta is like an 8-hour drive. And so you have to leave super early in the morning to get there in time to pick up the keys from the housing office, especially because it's an hour behind. So if I, for example, I left at 8, I would get there at about 3:30 something, which would technically be 4:30 here. So, you know, just to make sure. And the moving company wasn't going to pick up my stuff that early. So just leaving the day after. One other thing I forgot to mention that is extremely important. Another reason why they gave me a discount is because they said I had good availability, right? And they also said because I have good availability, they can have my stuff delivered to my new place within 48 hours of pickup. Like the man on the phone kept emphasizing like, yeah, you don't have that much stuff and it's only 500 miles. You're going to get your stuff within 48 hours. It's not going to be a super long move. So like they kept saying that over and over and over. And that was one of the main reasons why I decided to go ahead with this moving company, even though they were a little bit pricier. That was the main reason. And that man kept saying that over and over and over again. That was the main reason why I went with them. Like I said, it was more pricey than what I was anticipating. But if I could get my stuff quick, I was good. It didn't matter. So 27th comes, you know, I'm supposed to get a call to let me know, set up a time for the 28th. So all day goes by, I don't get a call. I get a call at 3 p.m. and a lady answers and she's like, unfortunately, we won't be able to pick up your stuff tomorrow because of something with the mover. So we're going to have to use the backup day, which is the 29th. And I'm like, backup day? I ain't never heard no backup day. I was like, I didn't know they had a backup day. And she's like, yeah, it's in your contract. Like if they can't pick up your stuff the day that was agreed upon, they have one extra day to do it. I said the man that I talked to before, he said that I had flexible availability, so I would get my stuff picked up when they said. He's like, yeah, I don't know, but I'm just telling you. And my thing is just like, if you're telling me like the reason why I'm getting the discount and all that is because I have flexibility with the dates, meaning that you might have been busy like a week prior, but that next week you had an opening. So I'm just like, why are y'all so busy to where you can't come pick up my stuff? Especially because the man kept saying it's not a big move, it's whatever, blase blase. So I'm like, okay, whatever. There's nothing I can do about that, I guess, whatever. Y'all, this blends out so seamlessly. Get you one of these. Get you one of these. But that means that, like I told y'all, I had told this apartment that I was going to be here on the 28th. I'm sorry, on the 29th. And so I had to call them and make sure it was okay for them for me to come on the 30th. And thankfully it was. So I was like, okay. They'll just have to come on the 29th and it will be whatever. 29th comes. I get a call on the 28th telling me they're gonna be here between 11 and like 3 or something like that. I don't know. They end up coming at like 3:30, so they came like outside of the time that I was told they were coming. So I just kind of had to sit in my apartment all day long. Couldn't really go anywhere, which was annoying, but whatever. So they come, movers come to do whatever they need to do. And like I said, I have packed all my stuff except for my nightstand and my TV. And so I get there and he's going over the paperwork. And then he starts telling me about all of these like hidden fees that I had no idea about. So for example, my TV was a 75-inch TV. They charged me $95 to like wrap the TV in some like cloth or whatever and put it in a box. $95 for that. I'm gonna explain why that's ridiculous in a second. Cost $95 for that. I was like, okay, whatever. Then my apartment was on the third floor. My old place did not have an elevator. It had stairs. I lived on the third floor. So they said that they had to charge me for every single stair that they went up. Not flight, every single step, like the individual stairs. They said the first flight of stairs I get for free, but after that it's each individual step. And I think they charged me like $300 or $400 for that. Maybe it wasn't that much, but it was at least like $100 to $200. And then on top of that, they charged me for each box that I had. Even though I packed my own stuff, they said to tag your boxes or something like that, we had to charge for each box. And I'm like, what the heck? What are you talking about? Basically, he said the original estimate said that your stuff was only going to take 36 cubic feet of space in the truck, but I'm going to have to charge you for like 45 square feet just in case. I always charge the extra just in case it doesn't fit. I feel like yours will fit but because of my bosses, I'm just going to say it's 45 square feet. So it's only going to charge you an extra like $75. I'm like, why are you charging me for extra space if I'm not taking up extra space? They charge me all those hidden fees, and the total price of the move comes out to $2,700. No, I'm sorry, it came out to $3,200. But with the discount that they gave me, a $500 discount, like I said from the beginning, because I had good flexibility and my move wasn't a big one, they gave me $500 discount. So it ended up being the $2,700, which was the original price. The original estimate was $2,700, but the discount was $500, so it was $2,200. Then when they got there, it came out to $3,200, but I still had that $500 discount, so it ended up being $2,700. What the heck? $500 extra. And the thing is, the reason why I was saying earlier, like, it's important that they don't use their own movers is because those like estimates came from that specific moving company, like the second party moving company. Like, apparently they charge people for stuff like that. And I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? Why are you charging me for each individual step you go up? And so to make things worse, right, they're moving my stuff, and then the man was like, hey, do you mind if one of my guys uses the bathroom? There was like 3 guys. So I was like, sure, no problem. So they use the bathroom, whatever, close the door. Then second guy was like, hey, do you mind if I use your bathroom? I'm like, sure, I don't mind people using my bathroom, whatever. Like, if they even wanted water, I would have offered it to them, right? It's not that big a deal. He comes out the bathroom and he's like, hey, do you have a plunger or something? One of my guys stopped up your toilet, and I didn't have a plunger because I don't know about y'all, but I have never stopped up my toilet. Soft girl error. I've never stopped up my toilet. I really haven't. Maybe because I flush each time I go to the bathroom. So I've never had a plunger. I do not have a plunger. Hold on. Setting spray. So, I mean, he offered to unstop the toilet. It's not like he was going to make me do it, but I didn't have a plunger. So I had no choice but to tell them just to leave it and I'll figure it out. So I ended up having to go to the store after they left and plunge my toilet or unclog my toilet myself, which was extremely gross. Had no choice. Okay, so anyways, movers come, pick up my stuff, overcharge me, whatever. So then I moved to Atlanta, right? So mind you, right, they told me, because I had good flexibility and I didn't have a big move, that I was going to be able to get my stuff within 48 hours. So I packed about 3 days worth of stuff just in case it may have taken an extra day. And the mover, before he left my apartment, I said, I know I can't like hold you to the date, but could you give me just an estimate of like when you think my stuff's going to get here? And he said, honestly, I probably could get your stuff Saturday, the latest Monday. So they picked up on a Thursday. So he said Saturday, latest Monday, because again, it's only 500 miles. Wasn't a big move. I had great flexibility. I'm repeating that because that's what that man told me. It looks like I didn't even put nothing on my face, bro. I put on so much foundation too. But anyway, so I move. Everything's peachy. I packed 3 to 4 days of stuff, and I'm like, okay, just gotta wait for my stuff to get here, and I'm good. Now, because they told me about 48 hours, there is, if y'all watch the my comparison video that I did, I posted this maybe like last week or something, of the Dyson versus the Tymo blow dryer. I had packed my Dyson blow dryer. I had packed it with the movers. I had brought the Tymo blow dryer with me because it was just in a box and I just couldn't find nowhere to pack it. So I just brought it with me. But that Dyson blow dryer, I had put it in the, with the movers. And so the thing is, the Tymo, when I was working with them, they wanted me, I told them I was moving, but I would have the video in July. And so Tymo had reached out and was like, hey, do you think you can get the video between like July, I think it was like 8th through the 12th, because we are trying to run some promotion. And I was thinking, that's no problem, because my stuff should get here by like the 3rd of July, because again, they picked the stuff up on the 29th. Shouldn't be more than a couple days. Tell me why, after the first week, I hear nothing from the movers. So that means that I am basically washing and re-wearing clothes. I have to go buy, more stuff just, to have for daily necessities. I had to go buy like more laundry detergent and things like that. I had nothing, okay? Nothing. And I could not do the video because the blow dryer wasn't here for me to do it. So they picked the stuff up on a Friday. So I would say, so it was like the next Friday, right? And I didn't have anything. Also, okay, my birthday is on July 15th. If y'all watch my vlog, I had bought a whole bunch of new clothes for wardrobe, everything. I had my birthday outfit, everything. But I packed it with the movers because they told me it was only gonna take a couple of days. So I had no makeup. So I really couldn't film certain stuff I wanted to film with makeup. Thankfully, I had brought all my filming equipment with me. Any of my like electronic valuable stuff I brought with me. I did not want to risk the movers missing or breaking things. So thankfully I was still able to film and stuff. But I had no makeup. I had no clothes like for my birthday. So I was nervous that I wasn't going to have anything to wear for my birthday or my makeup to do my makeup. I was going to have to buy all new makeup. I was just very, very stressed. Okay, hold on. I'm about to put on my eyeliner and my lashes because I can't do that while I'm talking to y'all, and I'm not going to try to cap like I can. So, why did y'all tell me I did not blend this contour? I know y'all were looking at it the whole video. Brittany. These people mowing this lawn. So, anyways, so a week had passed. The next week, I started reaching out to the moving company. So, that next week, that Saturday was my birthday. So the reason why I was reaching out was because like I needed to know whether I was gonna have the stuff I needed for my birthday or not, because that was like the main thing. The video, I talked to the company and like we worked out an agreement to where, so we had discussed the video happening in July, but they never told me the specific dates before, we agreed to everything. So when I told them I could make the deadline, it wasn't that big a deal because they knew that if they wanted it like a set date, they should have told me like at the beginning of our collaboration. But anyways, it worked out fine because the video is posted. But I had to reach out to this moving company every single day for the next 4 days. Because I would reach out to them, they would direct me to somebody else. They would say they're sending an email to the movers, and there was never a response. There was just always something. Somehow I ended up talking to the same lady. Shout out to her every single day. And she would always be like, Brittany, this you, I got you, I'm trying. Like, it wasn't her fault, basically. But, like, she can't force people to respond. And so eventually on Wednesday, she gave me a number to contact, and whoever I contacted said, hey, so the moving truck has been in the shop like all week, but it's gonna be out tomorrow and we will be able to deliver your stuff Friday. So the day before my birthday. And they were like, we're going to call you tomorrow to set up a time. And so the day before they're supposed to come, they did not call. And so I called the same lady back. I was like, hey, y'all were supposed to call me. And she's like, Brittany, we didn't forget about you. The movers are still coming on time. She doesn't know why they didn't call, but whatever. I'm like, okay. I forgot to put eyeliner, bottom eyeliner, but I think I don't need it. This wing came out pretty good, though. Y'all know I don't be doing wings like that. I don't like to fly. I forgot to mention, something that they kept telling me was that whenever I would call them, like the first time I called and I was like, hey, it's been like a week, I haven't gotten my stuff. They're like, well, we technically have 21 days to deliver your stuff. I'm like, 21 days? So the mover, when he was at my apartment, he said, you know, we have 21 days, but it's only if like somebody gets sick or if there's an accident or something, which did not happen with my move. That's just like a safe fail or something like extenuating circumstances happen, right? So he was making it sound like that's just, you know, that doesn't happen. It's rare to have 21 days. Just like if something does happen that they can't control like that, which again did not happen with my move. And so they kept saying, oh, we have 2 weeks, we have 21 days. And I'm like, the only reason I signed with your company was because you told me it was going to be 48 hours. That's what I was told, and I kept telling people that, and they're like, well, we understand, but we have 2 weeks to get your stuff. That means like you made me sign a contract under false pretenses, telling me that it wasn't going to take this long, and it did. The only reason, again, that I signed with the company, the main reason, it was because get my stuff in 48 hours. But had to communicate with these people like every single day for like a week straight. And I think the reason why they did deliver my stuff when they did was because I kept calling. If I wouldn't have said anything, I feel like they wouldn't have delivered it as soon. They probably would have waited till the week after. But I feel like I made such a big noise that they are like, let's go ahead and do it. I was almost ready to threaten them with my social media platform and be like, if you don't want to get exposed to over 1 million people, then bring me my stuff now. Because it was obvious they just weren't moving my stuff because they were trying to fill up their moving truck with other moves before they headed my way, which isn't fair to me because you're moving people after mine and I still haven't gotten my stuff. When the movers get here, right? They get here and they're like, oh, by the way, we might have to charge you a long distance fee. What is a long distance fee? And they said, oh, it's just if it's like a really long distance from like where the truck is to your apartment. And they're like, we have to go and measure it first and we'll let you know. I was like, okay. I'm thinking, why would they charge me a long distance fee when literally my apartment has a freight elevator that opens to the outside, and the truck, you can pull up right next to the elevator, take my stuff on it, go straight up the elevator to my apartment. And they even told me that I had such little stuff that they could bring all my stuff up at one go. So I'm like, there shouldn't be an issue. Then, of course, they're like, oh, so we calculated it, and we need to charge you a long distance fee, and it's going to be $200 and something. And he's like, are you okay with that? And I'm like, well, obviously you're here with my stuff. I don't have a choice. And he's like, oh, I understand. And he was like, that has nothing to do with like the big moving company. Like, again, this is what I'm talking about, that second party moving company. Their specific moving company, that was something they did. So in total, I paid about $3,000 for this entire move. They brought my stuff up, whatever. So tell me why. So I'm unpacking my stuff. The only thing that I initially see is broken is some candles, and that's my fault because I didn't bubble wrap them correctly. They were sitting at the bottom of the box. I'm not gonna get mad about that or do anything about that. Tell me why. Like last week, right? So the TV, my 75-inch, $800 TV was in a box, right? It took me about a week to unpack all my stuff. So like, I took the TV out the box. It's very heavy, and it was like the screen was facing the wall. So I just kind of slid it out the box, and I just kept it facing the wall. It was just heavy, so I didn't want to turn it around for no reason. I was like, I'm just going to wait for the movers I was just going to wait for the mounting people to do that when they got here, because it was just heavy. So tell me why, when the mounting person got here, he needed my help, so we turned around the TV. There was a huge crack in my TV. They charged me $95 to wrap this TV in a blanket and put it in a box just for them to break it. Like, I'm talking a huge crack down the side. I think I have a footage from my last vlog I will show. They cracked the TV. And the thing is, you turn it on, there's like little lights going everywhere and stuff, and then it just stopped working. So now I have to file a claim. Actually, I filed a claim a couple of days ago and they still haven't gotten back to me. So I'm going to call them because I want my money back for that TV and I want my money back for how much you charged me to pack it because obviously nothing happened. The man I spoke to said that if I file a claim, I will get all of my money back for the TV. But it's like I don't want to purchase a new TV yet until I get the money from the old one. Just for my own peace of mind. I don't want to be spending money that I don't have. Well, I mean, I have it, but it's like, I don't know. It's just, I'd rather make sure that the money's coming back to me before I try to spend that same amount. Because I spent a lot of money this month on furnishing my apartment. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait. So they said, I filed the claim, I want to say on Monday. It is Thursday. They still haven't gotten back to me. They said they need to verify my information and verify my move, and they'll give me an email whenever it's done. Still haven't gotten back to me, so I'm going to call the people again. But of course, they use this second-party website to file a claim, so it's not even something directly with their company. All they can do is direct me to the website. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to get my money back for that TV. I feel like a lot of this happened because I'm a woman. I don't know if that's right or not. I could be way off the ball. I don't really care. You same way, you know how like it's known that like if you go to like a car shop or whatever, they may try to like get one over on you because you're a girl or whatever. I feel like the same thing happened with this moving company. And like I said, the contract, everything they said was in the contract, but I feel like I signed it under false pretenses because they kept saying that the 21 days was just for like extenuating circumstances and you have a small move, it's not that difficult, we're gonna get your stuff to you very quickly. This is the only reason I signed with them. They stopped up my toilet, they broke my TV, bro. I don't have a TV in my living room right now. I do, but it's the broken one, right? And I have to call somebody to come remount the other TV. Oh my goodness. It's just, next time I'm going to get a U-Haul or, I don't know. I just don't understand. Like, it was a terrible, terrible, terrible moving company. And I'm probably just going to get a U-Haul if I ever move again. I'll pay somebody to drive it. I don't know, but I'm not gonna do that. Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, we are here in Atlanta. I could have had so many more things broken. I didn't. I got stuff by my birthday and we're all settled in. We're all moved in and we're starting our life here. So I guess it's gonna be fine. But I'm gonna get my money back for that TV. I'm not the one to try. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I would love to know your thoughts on this story time or any experiences you've had with moving companies. So definitely leave them in the comments below. Make sure you like this video. Click the subscribe button and put your notifications on so you don't miss any of my other uploads. I am doing weekly vlogs now, so make sure you stay tuned for that every single week. Follow me on my TikTok and Instagram for daily content, and stay on the lookout for a restock date for my hair care line. It will be sometime this month for sure. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Tell me what you see in me.